Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Mario Hernandez, Jeff Conrad, Amber Pfizer. Shout out to our producer Laura. Great show that we have here playing for you guys. Island Wing Company on Beach Boulevard. Beach Boulevard, shout out to the SWOOP sauce, home of the SWOOP sauce. We are here for our last episode. We've had great hospitality. The first two episodes. Last one, saved the best for last. As we introduce our first guest, none other than the CEO himself. Not a cowboy hat on this week, but the CEO himself, Jeff Conrad. Jeff, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Good to be here, Mario.
Good.
Coming off a series win, so it's first time this year we've been able to say
Hey,
that.
that's
Crazy,
right.
crazy
Should we get a cheers for the series win? Not alcoholic for the fans out there, but yes, for a series win. So kind of leading up into that. So if you wanted to go through a recap, so FGCU, Queens, 3-3 on both of those series, those two. Talk me through kind of what your thoughts were on the FGCU series, the Queens series, and just getting back into the win column and winning our first series of the year.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that, the FGCU series, we were able to get a win, on that last day there on Sunday. Had a lot of weather challenges and things like that, but, hopefully that was the end of our slump. I think we got things going in the right direction at Queens over the weekend. Won two of those games on Saturday. It was good to get the series win day one. Really felt like we let a game get away there on Sunday. But overall happy with the fact we finally won a series and, got that kind of out of the way. And we basically, that was our last road game in the conference. So we now have, basically really for the remainder of our season, we're playing in Jacksonville. We got 3 home series here in conference. Obviously, we go across town to JU at the very end of the year, and then the tournament here in Jacksonville at UNF. So, we've been a good home team. I think we're 22-4 at home, so it feels good to be at home. Obviously, with some of those schedule changes and things we had to do, it doesn't feel like we were in much of a routine. Even starting back at Stetson, we had to alter the schedule for weather. Had weather issues at FGCU. So really I think we're just looking forward to, playing on our home field, sleeping in our own beds, not having to travel, and hopefully the weather cooperating as well.
Yeah, and I think if you go back to the Queen series, like the offense was able to get back on track and able to hit that stride of showing us the offense that they've been all year, and just kind of until we kind of hit that little bit of a low. And I think even the first 2 games, Taylor Cook I thought gave us a great start. Macy I think gave us a great start. I thought Kate started off well and maybe kind of teetered off just a little bit, but talk about kind of like all parts of the game where you feel like that maybe we're getting back on track and hitting that stride right at the right time when we need to.
Yeah, Saturday at Queens, it felt like our offense, and I don't know that we've had that moment yet in an ASUN series, so it's good to see that. I think Macy and Cook, like you mentioned, are starting to settle into their roles and feel comfortable with getting those starts on Saturday, and Kate's done a good job pushing that Sunday game. Obviously was huge for us getting that win down at FGCU, and felt really good about the start we got off to on Sunday, where we jumped out to an early lead. I think we scored like 2 batters into the game, but we got to do a better job closing out games. We look at our 8 losses in ASUN play, 5 of them we had leads that we blew late in the game, and it just can't happen. So I think we had a really good week of practice. I think our kids have really kind of embraced where we're at in the season, what's still in front of us, and what we need to accomplish, and feel good about the opportunities to do it at home.
Yeah, good, love it. So looking ahead, obviously big week this week. We have Stetson coming back into our place. Obviously they took 3 from us at their place when we were there early on in the year, first series of the year. Obviously not the way that we wanted it to go, but talk me through kind of coming off of a sweep, bringing Stetson back into our home. Like how great of a benefit is it for us to be able to get them on our own home turf?
Yeah, obviously it's important to play at home. It's tough to win in this league on the road. We're obviously not going to make excuses. We had a pretty road-heavy schedule early on, the first 12 games of the season. But we feel really good about playing at home. So, Stetson in that opening weekend, I think, not to take anything away from them, they played really well. I don't think we played particularly well in any area. So hopefully we can kind of, we got all that out of our system, kind of piece everything together and play the way we're capable of playing. If we can do that, then it should be a very good series here this weekend.
Yeah, and what's been the message to the team all week? Like, what have you been really focusing on, and what have your thoughts been going into this series? All week with the team and how you want to deliver that message to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing has just been getting them to realize that everything that we set out to accomplish at the beginning of the year is still directly in front of us. It's as challenging as the first 12 have been. Having to play a lot of games on the road, like it's the exact opposite for us. The second 12 playing on the backside, where all of our games are at home, all of our games are in Jacksonville. So, I think we feel really good, really positive about the way we play at home. Obviously we've really been focused on, hey, we gotta start stringing some wins together, start playing well, play the well we're capable, revert back to that team that was 25-5. At one point going into conference season, we're still that team, find that team again, get hot at the right time, start peaking, down the stretch here. And we have obviously, we think, a great opportunity with hosting the tournament and being able to play that at home. We just need to make sure we're a part of it, obviously, and have a chance to compete. So.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of switching gears a little bit, talk about the senior class. We obviously have our OG seniors who've been with you for your entire time here, and then we have obviously our transfer seniors. But the OG seniors and Kelsey, Shet, Marley, and Amanda, Aiden, Hallie, Kate, what impact have they had on you personally? What impact do you feel as if that they've had on the program itself over the course of the last 4 years, over the last year for these new transfers that came in as a senior?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously, a group that I'll always remember because this was the group that, Marcy kind of recruited, and they were the class that was kind of in transition where that summer I got the job, and obviously they had to make a decision. Do they still want to be a part of this program, or do they need to look into other options? And, all of them stayed with us and hung with it, through all 4 years. And, I always have a sense of appreciation for that group that, believed in the direction that we were going to take the program and wanted to still be a part of it and stay with it. And then obviously with the landscape of college athletics these days with the transfers, Langford, Allen, a lot of those kids that we've brought in, to play their senior year here. I mean, those kids, I think, obviously a different sense of gratitude, obviously, for them to think enough of where we had built the program to want to come here and be a part of it. They bought into our vision that, hey, we made it to a regional final last year. Our goal is to make it to a super regional, and I think they, believed in our ability to do that. I think they still believe in our ability to do that. And that's always going to be our goal, and it's not going to change.
Yeah, and I think Kate Peters, too, obviously coming in as a transfer, has done a great job in the circle, and I think, she's also provided a good sense of, comfort for the pitching staff, being in those big games where she was when she was at Troy, and being able to take the ball, and listen, sometimes it didn't go her way at Troy, but I think just bringing that experience into our program, I think that paid huge dividends for our younger pitching staff that we have.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, we obviously... wasn't sure with Kyla graduating, was she going to, use that last year of eligibility or not? And we kind of got word really late in the process that, she didn't think she wanted to play anymore. And, for us to have someone like Kate Peters available through the portal to come in, provide that senior leadership for our young pitching staff, but also have a level of comfort with Asun, having started her career at Lipscomb, I think was really huge for us. And, she's played a huge role in guiding our young staff. Our pitchers are, people think, it's easy to forget Macy and Taylor Cook are still sophomores.
Yeah.
They're still underclassmen.
Yeah.
And they're playing obviously a vital role in our team right now. So, but Kate's been huge in doing that, and that group has done a really good job of integrating all these transfers and people that come in and understanding, what our core values are, what our program is, what our culture is like. Making sure they fit into it, and then obviously adapt it as something that they want to continue to grow.
Yeah, so you kind of already touched on it already, but you've obviously hosted a conference tournament here. Talk me through kind of obviously what it's like to host a conference tournament here, how excited you are to be able to have this group that we have this year, to be able to get to experience that and have an opportunity to win on our own home field.
Well, I think first and foremost, I think it's great that it's back on campus. I think Shakalaka Park did a great job of hosting it, but it always lacked that college campus feel playing at a neutral site, facility like that. There's a lot that goes into it, right? It's a huge undertaking by our administration, our field crew, senior staff, everybody that's associated to put on, this event. So, when you start thinking about all those things and everything that goes into it, you almost feel like a sense of obligation, like, hey, we need to make sure we're a part of this.
Yeah.
And then we also need to make sure we do our part and reward them for all the time and energy and effort that they put into it, by trying to retain our championship and, let them see us celebrate and let them be a part of celebrating with us on our home field.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because we obviously had the ASUN meeting this past week, and you and I touched on it after the fact, but even like in that meeting, I'm sitting there thinking like, they're like, oh, like, game 13, game 14, blah, blah, and I'm like, gosh, like, we better be in those games, and I'm like, all these people who are going to literally be donating their time for free to be able to just serve us and serve our program, and hopefully we can just give them the ability to cheer at the end of it, to where it's just like, okay, the long week that they've had, all the time and the effort that they put in, like, at the end, I just want them to see us hold the trophy up versus another team in our conference.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a big point too. Like for our group, for our kids to see the amount of effort and energy it takes to put something like this on, the amount of people that are invested in making this a first-class experience, like everything typically is that we bring to UNF. I think it's going to serve as a sense of motivation for our kids, down the stretch here for these next 12 games to make sure, like, hey, we need to do our part. We need to show up and give these guys the opportunity to hopefully be able to celebrate with us on our field.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so switching, gonna start a new segment here. So I'm gonna give you 3 teams, and I want you to rank the 3 teams in order of best team to worst team. Okay. Shout out Michigan, obviously, coming off of the national championship in basketball. Okay, so here are your 3 options of teams. So again, best to worst, okay? 2025-2026 Michigan basketball, 2024-2025 UNF softball, 2023 Michigan football. Best to worst.
Wow, okay. So which was the best team, or which was the best?
Which is the best team?
Oh,
the
man.
best. Best team in order, best to worst.
Well,
I told you I throw you for a little bit of a curveball.
Yeah, it is a curveball. I mean, all the teams were great in their own right? I mean,
maybe which one was like most memorable to you in terms of like being attached to that?
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to be in there in person for 2 of the 3. I showed up over at the airport over at Atlantic hoping Dusty was going to send the private jet, and it never showed up, so I had to settle to watch it on TV.
Shout out Dusty, no private jet for this one, man. Come on, Dusty.
Man, I don't know. I will say, I guess this is probably how I do it. So best to worst. I mean, and all those teams were great. I mean, I think they're all on an equal platform. I do think, to me, that obviously, and I'm personally biased, but like the UNF team from last year, I think, is just seeing. It reminded me a lot, and I said this during the season, of the Michigan football team, like a team that was on a mission, a team that battled through adversity, a team that set a goal to go out and accomplish something and was just laser focused all year long on accomplishing that goal. I thought there was a ton of similarities, between our team and that Michigan football team. I'm gonna go UNF softball 1. And the biggest thing is, like, when you start looking at resources and different things like that, I mean, having been at Michigan, the resources they have there are unbelievable. I mean, you have a legitimate opportunity to compete on an elite level year in and year out. And, for our kids to not be on the same level from a resources standpoint as, let's say, Michigan is, or even who we were trying to beat in a regional final, South Carolina, and to be in that moment and be in that spot, I mean, I think that you gotta recognize that fact.
Yeah.
Man, I don't trying to differentiate the other two. I mean, a national championship's a national championship, it's kind of like I was telling you that thing. How do you like your fours, Frozen or Final? I mean, whichever one, they're all great. But I know people say that Michigan basketball team will be one of the great basketball teams of all time. I think, like, very similar to our team this current year, like having a bunch of top-level transfers come in and be able to mesh them together. Hopefully that's reflective of still what's to come for our group. And then that football team was just, it was elite. That defense was, dominant. There's athletes all over the field. So, but for me, that's a really hard question to answer. But I'm still gonna say, from what we were able to accomplish with last year's group, that was special and will always be special. And I said it last year, I'll say it again. I can't wait for that team to take its rightful place in the Hall of Fame, because the things that they did not only for the softball program, but what they did for the University of North Florida, I think was something that's worthy of that recognition. So
yeah, I agree with that.
How would you rank them?
I would go UNF softball, number one. Because I agree with you 100%. The resources component of it, and even navigating through this season, seeing how hard it is to go 22-2 in conference, winning every series, is incredibly difficult. And so I think you get more of an understanding and appreciation now than you did last year, because you realize how incredibly difficult it was to do that. Agree with you, keeping laser focused. If you think back, we beat West Georgia, we're 23-1, and even that alone is extremely difficult as well. So definitely, obviously, go.
When I think the other thing too, the only team that's ever come remotely close to doing that is Liberty.
Yeah.
And when you look at Liberty and UNF, you're talking about not equal resources.
Correct.
Just like the whole argument with Liberty and UNF. So I think really to recognize what that group accomplished is. I think we knew it was special, but to your point, now having it from a different perspective and seeing how hard it is to go 22-2. It's a unique accomplishment
for sure. Number two would be Michigan football for me. I think the run that they went on that year was incredible, and I think the talk about adversity that they were given. Their head coach was out for what? 2 games? 1 game?
Yeah.
He was suspended for a game.
2
So
games,
you literally go out and you have to operate with no head coach.
Yeah.
And so it's to be able to rally behind that. I think some teams who are fragile, they would see that and they'd be like, okay, what do we do now? Because they're robots. And I think I remember JJ McCarthy put out a tweet that said bet on there, and then they had all the shirts that said bet. Just rallying behind that, I think, was incredible. So I would put them 2, and I'll put the basketball program 3, but it's a 2A, 2B for me, because it's both incredible accomplishments, winning a natty. But I agree with you, bringing together all of those players to be able to mesh well with all the transfer, I think was incredible. And Dusty, man, even talking him coming from FAU, being able to bring a program together and winning over there as quickly as he did, I think was an awesome feat as well for him too.
Well, and we talked about it. It's hard to get that many transfers to mesh together. It's not an easy thing to do, and it's. It's a crazy accomplishment, and I do think that football team was kind of a foreshadowing of the way our season went, and if we can start drawing some similarities to the run that the basketball team went on,
great.
I'm here for that too.
I'm all for it. Winning a natty, I'm all for it. All for it. Great, awesome. All right, anything else before we jump into our special guest? Anything else that you want to add into it all?
No, I would just say, obviously, like you mentioned, this is our last show here at Island Wings. Thank them a lot for their hospitality. They've been tremendous. I think this wing challenge thing that we kind of brainstormed the day of, I think has been a big hit, and I think it's something that a lot of people get a kick out of, and they've been tremendous, and hopefully this is something that we can continue to do, moving forward and give people insight into our program.
Yeah, awesome. Great, Coach. I love it. Appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Alrighty, so before we continue, our next guest of the show, our special guest that we have coming on here. Our next guest, she already has a 401k lined up. She's already applied for her AARP card. We refer to her as Meemaw on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, none other, Hallie Langford. Hallie, how we doing?
Good to be here.
Good to have you here. Welcome to the show. Long weekend.
Yep.
Easter, how was Easter?
It was good.
Yeah?
So my mom was adopted.
Okay.
And just found her birth mother.
Awesome.
About a year or so ago.
Okay.
And she lives about 30 minutes from here,
Wow.
ironically. So,
Okay.
yep, we went and ate lunch with her.
Nice.
So the second time I've ever
Okay.
That was fun.
How was that experience? Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always wanted to find
Okay.
who she was, so it's been a cool thing
Awesome.
to get to know.
Where'd you guys go to eat? Some country diner or
No,
something?
they picked it. Kushimi buffet or something. It was like a Chinese buffet.
Oh, the Chinese buffet on Easter. Okay, like it. Okay. For those of you who don't know, Hallie has Enzo at home.
Well,
Enzo, how's Enzo?
He's good. He's with
Okay.
my parents right now
Okay.
because we had to go out of town last weekend, but he'll be
Okay.
back either tomorrow or Saturday.
Okay. So tell the fans at home your story about Enzo. When did you get him? Talk about how he's doing, why he's the puppy of the family.
Yep.
Maybe we have a little bit of beef about the family dog, but like Enzo's a little bit better. So tell the fans at home the story about Enzo.
Enzo is definitely the better dog. I had worked a Saturday camp in Macon, and some of us girls that worked it had gone to Juicy Crab afterwards.
Okay.
And so we're sitting there, we got like butter dripping down our arms, and we get the dreaded Teamworks notification, and it was a puppy in downtown
Okay.
Macon, so
Yeah.
kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yes.
I call my husband and I'm like, I know we've been going back and forth about can we get a dog, but this dog is really cute.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna go look at it.
Yeah.
And,
Just look at it, but like little did he know at the time, just looking at it means we're bringing it home. And you probably had that intention in the back of your head, like, oh, I'm just gonna go look at it, but I'm actually bringing it home.
Well, if you ask him, he says I didn't give him a choice, but I definitely asked him multiple times. So, but yeah, I ended up with Enzo. My parents thought I was crazy because at the time I actually was going to classes 5 days a week.
Okay.
Not like now.
Not like now, we're just online only.
Chilling.
Yeah.
But it was a whole team effort, and Enzo got socialized very quickly, and now he's the better dog of the family.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to the better dog of the family.
Yep.
Still love the family dog, but Enzo's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Love it. So obviously a lot of people don't know kind of like what your recruiting process looked like or anything like that. Going into the transfer portal a couple times and being able to find a home in here in UNF. But even further than that, transferring to UNF, where a school where Dad went to. How has that impacted you? How did that impact your decision? And kind of how awesome is it to be able to go to the same school where Dad competed?
Yeah, so I think that was one of my biggest things. I got in the portal, and UNF was the first to reach out, obviously. And we were at a baseball game, one of Wyatt's games actually, and Dad was sitting beside me, and I showed him my phone, and he was all excited about it. So I think I knew from the beginning that this was going to be one of my top, if not the place for me, and kept chatting. I didn't get a chance to come on a visit just because of some other circumstances, but it's been great. I've met some of his teammates and some of his old coaches, and I just feel like I've had a lot of outside support that I just kind of came here with, so that's been really cool to see.
Yeah. How cool has it been? Talk to me about how cool it's been to like interact with his coaches or like his teammates, and like I know obviously you probably hear the stories from Dad himself of like when he played, the back in my day stories, but how cool is it to hear it first person from like other people around of like how good of a teammate he was, and hearing his coach talk about him and everything like that. Like talk to me about like that, like how impactful that is for you.
Yeah, that's been kind of cool. You always hear from your parents about their stories, but hearing it from his coaches and his teammates, it's kind of a different level of like, okay, Dad actually is, who he says he is, and I've heard a lot of
good
funny,
at baseball.
yeah, but I've heard some funny stories recently, so that's been cool too.
Yeah, good. I love that. So, in some new news, so the real athlete at home is Mom. So I actually didn't know about this until you told me about it, but Mom is like the ultimate hunter. She is like a 5-star shooter. How crazy has that been for you? To where it's like, did she get you started into hunting? Like, did you have any background in it before? Like, did she teach you everything that you know? Like, obviously, I had no idea about that at all. Talk me through kind of like how cool that is to be able to have Mom like in the back pocket where it's like, hey, you want to go hunt? Like, and Mom's like leading the charge on that.
Yeah. So my mom, she never played softball or any other sports, but when it comes to hunting, she is the most competitive person I have ever met, and she takes it serious. So I have been in the tree stand since the time I could walk, pretty much. My brother has always been very big into hunting, and he's 7 years older than me, and I always wanted to do everything that he was doing when I was a kid, so I would go with him, I would go with my mom. My dad likes to hunt too, but I mean, he just goes really because we go.
Yeah.
But my whole family has always that's something that we've done as a family to kind of, grow closer together. Is something that it's one of our pastimes. So. If you look in my parents' house, it's full of mostly my mom's trophies. So she prides herself in that.
I love that. Do you guys have any cool like family traditions, like when it comes to hunting, like maybe at a certain time of the year, like at maybe when it first starts to open or something like that? Do you have any cool traditions at all?
Yeah, so Thanksgiving and Christmas, we always take a family trip to our hunting camp in Madison, which actually was my middle name, so it was named after our hunting camp.
Nice, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
And we always kill a turkey around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and my mom and my brother are two of the best cooks ever.
Okay.
And so we always prepare whatever that we harvest that week, and it's one of my favorites.
Okay. Nice, okay. So who's better cook, mom or brother?
Oh.
Is this like putting you on the spot big time? Like no more meals if like you guess the wrong answer, or?
I would say my brother cooks meat the best.
Okay.
And my mom cooks any dessert you've ever had the best.
Okay, right, all right. What's your favorite dessert that mom makes?
I don't know if it really qualifies as a dessert, but it has to. It's these rolls, and she calls them yogurt rolls, but there's no yogurt on them. It's like condensed milk and coconut on the bottom, and it's like Hawaiian rolls with a sweet glaze.
Dessert, definitely.
They
dessert.
melt in your mouth.
Definitely dessert. Yeah, definitely dessert for sure. Good. So, you've obviously in your entire career you've overcome a lot of adversity. Talk me through kind of like your mental, like maybe your advice that you'd give on the mental side of it, of like, hey, here's how you overcome adversity. Hey, if this gets challenged to you, here's the way that I coped with it, or whatever. Like, talk me through kind of like the adversity you got through and like the mental component of it for you.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing that I've learned with that is, in the face of adversity, that's when you're going to grow your most. My first year at USF obviously didn't go the way that I thought that it would, as I got redshirted because of COVID and some other things. And at the time, I didn't understand, why that was happening. My senior year got cut short, didn't get to play that. So I think I've gotten a lot of opportunities now that I wouldn't have gotten had I not redshirted then, and getting hurt at Mercer. And so I think it's just looking at it as an opportunity for more doors to open, more people to meet, more new places to go see. So, I've had a lot of adversity, but I wouldn't change any of that because it's made me grow more as a person over these last 6 years of my college experience than I ever thought.
Good. Yeah, no, I love that. And I think just from being able to spend, the last 8 months to a year with you, I think the one thing that I can say is like, for me, like when I think of you as a player, like there's nothing that you can take on that you just check out with, where it's just like some people get overwhelmed by stuff and like, I just check out, right? Like I feel like anything that we've thrown at you, whether it's some offensive stuff, defensive stuff, some different shifts that we have, or how we play different balls off the wall, or whatever, like it seems as if it's always been like something thrown at you and you're like, okay, like I can practice that, I'm gonna get really, really good at that. And so I definitely think any adversity that you've come through, from the time that you've been here, I think you've done an awesome job with battling through that, so kudos to you for that. So obviously you've been to a couple other schools. What sets UNF apart from the other schools that you've been to?
I think the biggest thing is you and the other coaching staff just let us be kind of who we are. So it's not necessarily like we have to hit one way or we have to do things your way or the highway. It's let's find a common ground. How do I feel comfortable in doing something, and how do you want it to be done, and let's find a way to meet in the middle so we both can be happy. And I think that's something that I've really enjoyed seeing, is watching everyone kind of figure out who they are and what they're good at and what makes them comfortable. So I think it would be that.
Yeah, so shout out to the recruits out there. Obviously you heard that. No one wear the highway. We let you do what you want to do here.
That's right.
Be the best that you can be the best, be yourself. So shout out to all the recruits with that. We'll clip that and then
put me in a highlight reel.
Yeah, we'll clip that and then like come transfer portal time, we'll blast that out there on social media, like, hey, like, you can be yourself here and everything like that. So do you have a favorite moment or a game from this year that you think you'll never forget?
Yeah. I think a favorite moment would be hard just because there's so many little moments, especially like in the dugout or or off the field. But I would say that my favorite game this far has been the Auburn game.
Yeah.
It's just, it's my first game here. It's the first game of the season. Everyone is really excited. The dugout's hype. We come right out of the gate with a good team, and not only did we beat them, but we sent them home in 5 innings. So that was a great way to start the season, and I had a lot of fun that game.
Yeah, good. No, I love it. Definitely on my list too, for sure. Best moment I had this year, so I love that. So leading up into this weekend, we obviously have Stetson this weekend. We owe them a little bit something. What's the message to the team this week that you've had? What's your thoughts that you've had this week that you kind of want to let the team know about, of kind of like what you're feeling and thinking for this weekend?
Yeah. So obviously things in conference haven't necessarily gone the way that we planned. But I think the message is just getting back to the team that we were in the beginning. I mean, we don't just come out and lose a couple games and suddenly forget how to play softball or work together or anything like that. And we beat teams that people necessarily didn't expect us to. And I think it's just having that confidence again that we're going to go out there and no matter what it looks like, we're still going to find a way to win. And just making that happen, focusing on the little things.
Good. I love that. Okay, so we got a new segment. This segment is called 911. So 9 minus 1 minus 1. This segment is presented by Life Alert. Every senior citizen should wear a Life Alert.
Right.
Had this segment just specifically for you because you're a senior citizen. So 9 minus 1 minus 1 is 7. So I have 7 questions for you.
Okay.
You need to hit your Life Alert. You hit your Life Alert. Okay. Everybody knows you got it. Okay. Here we go. Number 1. First question. Over under 5.5 pairs of new batting gloves that you purchased this season.
This season?
This season.
Including the fall?
Including the fall.
Over.
We won't talk about why you need new batting gloves, but
I'm doing better, but it's definitely over.
But over. So current batting gloves, how long have they made it?
Okay, well, I did just get a new pair, but not because the other one's broke, because I can't stand when they're dirty. Okay, so this new pair.
That's what we'll go with. You just don't like them dirty. That's why you get new batting gloves. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, that's
okay, question number 2. Rumor has it you love a good DoorDash. Okay?
I love DoorDash.
What has been the best DoorDash meal that you've had this year so far?
Juicy crab. We're going back to juicy crab. I had this like 2 weeks ago. I love crab legs.
Let me ask you a question. What's this house smell like when you bring juicy crab home? And when you open up the bag? What's the house smell like?
Gotta be butter.
Throw a little garlic butter in there and just call it a day. Shake the bag
up. You have to get
up.
the juicy crab sauce.
Okay.
It's like every sauce that they have thrown into one thing. They don't know how to describe it, but okay.
So shout out Juicy Crab.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe an NIL deal for you, Juicy Crab.
And
maybe
DoorDash.
And DoorDash. Shout out DoorDash. Maybe your teammates would let you get a meal from Juicy Crab, and maybe that could be the pregame meal. It'd be tough. Yeah, it'd be really tough. Post-game meal. Maybe we'll have a post-game meal. Bring some Juicy Crab home. Good. Okay, so number 3, favorite vacation spot that you've taken?
It's gotta be tough. It would be between Tahiti and the Bahamas, but probably you're gonna have to go Tahiti just because of the place that we stayed, because it was like on the water.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. This is a good one. So number 4, do you have any pre-at-bat routines that you do before you get on deck?
I always put my stuff on.
Well, you know where I'm going with this. Any routines, maybe something that I purchased and then you had to purchase after because you ran out? Any routines maybe that kind of get you hyped up and excited before you get on deck?
Yeah, gotta have the smelling sauce.
Okay.
Gotta have smelling sauce in the dugout, and if ESPN is watching, we gotta hide in the corner.
Gotta hide in the corner. Maybe go in the closet, maybe hide it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Shout out smelling salts, guys. Just get you going a little bit, get you hyped up. Okay, love it.
Get the heart rate.
Number 5, best roommate you've had on the road.
Oh gosh. Okay, I don't even know all of them. I've had Macy. Oh, probably Addie Keefe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Addie
this
Keefe.
past weekend. Yeah. Addie
All right.
Keefe, yep.
Okay, that was a good
fun,
one.
Yeah.
She was on the show last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So Addie Keefe, best roommate. Macy was good though, right?
She was good. Yeah. Macy's good. She was quiet.
But she's quiet. But Addie Keefe's better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Sorry, Macy.
Yeah. Not to cause any drama or anything like that. Okay. Number 6, favorite pregame meal
That we've had?
that you've had in general
Ever?
that you like to do ever. Yes. Favorite pregame meal.
Probably kava.
Okay. Shout out
potatoes.
Kava. Shout out Kava.
Yeah.
Maybe we get Kava to do a meal for us.
We had
someday?
a lot of NIL.
Hey, yeah, we're giving a lot of shout outs. I love it. Number 7, this I asked Eddie to keep this one as well.
Okay.
Walk off grand slam to win the game, or rob a home run to win the game.
Oh.
Now, we do know about the rob a home run to win the game last year. We don't have to talk about it too much.
Sore subject.
Sore subject, too soon still.
Yeah.
But what would you prefer if you had to?
I think I'm gonna have to go grand slam because
Okay.
when you come back after you hit home plate, your whole team is right there with you. So it's like a party.
Well, again, not to get back into the sore subject, but your whole team ran out to center
They
field.
did. They
like,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's in the past.
It
Moving
is.
forward.
Yeah, moving
Yeah,
forward.
we'll see you snag and grab like that maybe towards the end of the year and just run out to center field for you.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay. Bonus question. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Who is the best athletic trainer that you've ever had in your entire career?
Gotta be Sarah.
Gotta be Sarah,
Gotta
right?
be Sarah.
Gotta be Sarah.
Yeah.
Best AT. Love it. Okay. All right. Next thing. Fast forward to the next stretch of conference games in the conference tournament. This is obviously your last one. Does this one mean a little bit more to you? Like, do you kind of have like a little extra motivation for this last one? Obviously, you get to play it at home. Talk me through kind of like your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's the case. I think I learned a lot last year in conference tournament. We had to play every single game that you could possibly play. Hopefully we don't get to that point, but I think it was,
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I think that was a good learning experience and it's going to help me this year in conference, just knowing that my teammate is going to have my back and we're going to find a way to get it done. But yeah, I think that knowing that this is my last one is definitely different.
Yeah. Maybe the NCAA gives you another year of eligibility.
7 year, maybe?
7 year? We taking it? We taking it if we get it?
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
I'm 6, I might as well go.
Yeah, you might as well.
Might
6,
as well.
7, right? Yeah, you might as well take it. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Good. We'll make it happen. Shout out NCAA. We'll make it happen. 7th year. Good. All right. So, what we have next for you? We have the Island Wing Challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Island Wing Company. Island Wing Challenge. So we have some wings here for you. Okay. So.
We got an extra special.
Oh, we got a special guest coming on too.
Okay.
So we did have. Oh, so we got 2 challengers
hold on.
today. Good.
The answers are on the back of these,
Okay.
so we just have to make sure that the
Okay.
camera can see these, but they
Okay.
can't see the
Great.
flavors.
Love it.
I'll
I'm
give this
all
one
for
to Bella.
adding extra people to this. So we have a new guest of the show. We have the Italian stallion, the leader of the Italian mafia, Bella Samino. Come on over here. Come on, scoot down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Bella, come on the show. Good to see you. Way to support your teammates. Way to support the show. Love it.
Very supportive.
Love it. All right, so you are here for the challenge. All right, so here's how this works. Obviously, you can't look at the flags. You are going to take one bite. Everybody knows the rules. Even if it takes you more than that, you're going to guess the sauce. Okay, so you got, yeah, so your sauce options that you have are right here. So you have danger through sweet. Remember, we didn't give you any danger, so there's going to be no tiki fire. But like dive into it,
Would you
let it
mind
rip.
putting your flags down like Bella? So you can't
Yeah,
see?
flags down.
Do we get the same ones?
No, you guys got different ones.
Okay.
Alright.
So now, just so everybody knows, the leader in the
Oh,
clubhouse
sorry.
is 2. So Addie Keefe guessed 2 right. Cam Ponick got 1 right. So gotta beat 2. Gotta beat 2. That's the goal of it. So dive in there. We'll get you some napkins just in case you need some. But hey, and no judgment if you get wing sauce all over your face.
think
No
I'm just
judgment.
gonna-
There you go. Just smear it all.
Okay,
on
so
there.
this is the only one that's not on.
Yeah, nobody gave you any danger. Yeah. Yes.
I
correct.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So danger, hot, medium, mild, sweet.
Alright.
Dive into it. Let it rip.
I think this is more nerve-wracking than being up to bat.
Okay, first bite. Took it. Looked like it's still a little bit hot.
Here, I'm gonna write
How do we
down
like?
your
How do we like the first bite? First
I
bite.
mean, it's good.
Okay.
I just have no idea what it is.
Okay, hey, that's all right.
I'm gonna go the honey bourbon.
Okay, so Hallie's bottom right is honey bourbon. Okay, Belle, what do you got over there? I don't think
You
they
must
have.
have liked that chicken wing.
I don't think they have a chicken cutlet flavor like a
I would get that one.
yeah, maybe like a pasta visual or mozzarella flavor. They don't really have that either.
I'm gonna go lemon pepper.
Okay. So bottom right, lemon pepper for Bella. Next one. Now, I feel like the sauce is a little bit of a giveaway, so maybe take a peek at the sauce, piece it together. Maybe a little bit similar to your juicy crab, you know?
Yeah.
That's where my
Right,
thoughts,
right.
that's where my head's at.
Okay, I'm gonna go the lemon pepper.
Okay?
What was it?
Oh wait,
My head wasn't there, but it's all right.
Wait.
If that's what we're locking in, that's all
no,
right.
not locking in. Garlic parm.
That's where my head was
Yeah.
at. That's where my head was at.
Didn't
Okay.
see that one.
Garlic
Sorry.
parm. What do you
That's
got
what
over
I'm
there? What's your next guess for your next
I'm
one?
going honey stung barbecue.
Honey stung barbecue. Okay. All right.
Looks like barbecue to me.
How was the one you just guessed though? By the way, was it good?
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay. Okay. Yours was good too. Okay. Love it.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. She's stumped. Okay.
Whoa.
You're stumped too over there, huh?
What is that?
Again, take a peek at the sauce.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna go sweet Hawaiian.
Sweet Hawaiian. Okay.
You're
What
gonna,
we got
you're
down
gonna have to
there?
give me a second.
She needs another second. 2 bites. Everybody knows the rules. Now, if this was pizza, you'd probably. I mean, you'd
probably
get
love
it
that.
like you'd get it like that. Similar to you, like this was like venison flavored wings. You
I got
probably
that.
yeah, you
Yep,
got
got
that.
that.
Yeah.
I'll go mango habanero.
Mango habanero. Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Next one. Looks like more of a dry rub. I don't know. Maybe giving away the answers a little bit. So Bella's opposite. She went top left. Hal went top right. It's all right. No, it's all right. Hey, any way you want.
I'm gonna go the jerk spice.
Jerk spice. Okay.
Buffalo lemon pepper.
Ooh. Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Next
gonna
one.
be so wrong, bro.
Next one. Hey, that's all right.
Okay.
We just got to get one. We just got to guess one right. If we guess one right, we'll be in some good shape. Next one here.
That one's got a little kick to it.
Ooh, a little spicy. I promise. We told him no tiki fire. So
I'm gonna go mango habanero.
okay. Mango habanero.
That one's good though.
Ooh, you like it?
I like that one.
Okay. Now
Whatever it
the
was.
good news is you get to take these home after.
Take them home.
Yes, or you can eat them all here. I mean, if you can crush these things, you
They're done.
Yeah. I mean, Bella's already eaten all of hers, so
She's really
you
taking
might
it
have to
in.
catch up. Like
Yeah.
she must like them. You must
gotta
have to
go
catch
back.
up. Yeah. Yes. All right. Next one. What do you got? Oh, so we skipped one. We skipped the middle.
All right, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's the one you guessed. Okay. What did you guess for that one again?
mango habanero.
Mango habanero. Okay.
We'll do kicking honey bourbon.
Kickin' honey bourbon.
Yeah.
Okay. You got your last one down there too, right?
This is so bad. Yeah, I have one more.
Uh-oh.
Here's your last one.
Are you going back and maybe changing something, or?
I might just have to double up on an answer.
Okay.
Just hope
It's all right.
one of them
Hey,
is
that's all right. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna say this one's sweet Thai chili.
Sweet Thai chili.
That was
for the
what I
last
was
one.
about to say.
Okay.
Wait, but hold on. I need another tray.
And that's kind of look the same.
Now, before we give you guys the
Yeah. Sweet Thai chili.
sweet Thai chili viewers, now before we give you the answers, how confident are you guys?
And scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Like a 2.
2. Yeah.
2. Okay. Hey,
Everyone's
better than a
okay.
1. All right. So let's do Bella's first since she's down there. So
I started on this side.
Yep.
yeah. Okay. So you guessed
Lemon pepper.
lemon pepper, and the wing was mild jerk. Okay. Very close. Good. Okay. Next one. Middle.
Honey
Bottom.
sung barbecue.
Honey sung barbecue.
Sweet.
Sweet Hawaiian. Okay. Even closer. Good. We're
Right,
getting there.
right.
We're heating up.
Mango habanero.
Last one, or on the bottom, you guessed. What did she guess?
Mango habanero.
And that one
It
was
says wet lemon pepper.
wet lemon pepper. Okay, it's hey, even closer. We're getting there. Getting even hotter.
Right.
Okay,
You guessed buffalo lemon pepper.
buffalo lemon pepper.
Old Bay.
Old Bay.
Bay.
Okay,
Oh.
we're hot right now. We're
Hey, hold
we're
on.
rolling.
This
Okay?
ain't even on here.
That's like a.
I didn't see that either.
It's not even an answer.
We have a discrepancy though.
So that should count as a point.
Okay. You wait. You make the rule, so we'll count it as a point. She's got one. Next one. She guessed what?
Chicken honey bourbon.
Kickin' honey bourbon, and it was Polynesian, I believe that is.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Could not read
Right.
that.
Hey, that's a big league take right there. Great job.
Thai chili.
Keep swinging it, kid. And the last one was honey stung, I think?
Honey garlic.
Honey garlic. Okay. So we get an asterisk 1 out of 6.
Yep, one with
the
a star.
asterisk in there because Old Bay wasn't offering.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Great job, Bella.
Hallie, good job.
Okay. Next, we got Hal.
Your
Hal.
first
Started this one?
Yep.
Honey bourbon.
Honey garlic.
Honey garlic. Close. Half a point, maybe? Maybe we'll see. Okay.
Asterisk.
We'll give you an asterisk because Bella got an asterisk.
Right.
Next one she guessed,
Garlic parm.
and it was.
Garlic parm.
Hey! There we go. Leave me hanging. There we go. Okay. Next one. You guessed.
Sweet Hawaiian.
Sweet Hawaiian. Polynesian. Okay. All right. Real close. Polynesian, Hawaiian. Very close. Next one she guessed.
Jerk spice.
Jerk spice. Blackened. Is that on
Yeah,
there, or do we
that
need to?
one's on
Yeah,
there.
it is on there.
Yep.
Yeah, tough. Okay, that's all right. Next one she guessed,
Mango habanero.
and it was swoop sauce. What do you guys?
That's not on there.
It's right here. Swoop sauce.
Oh.
Asterisk? Asterisk. We'll go with no asterisk. Okay, no asterisk.
And
Okay.
then you last one you guessed sweet Thai chili.
No.
No.
Whatever sea barbecue is.
Maybe Carolina barbecue. I think.
Yep, Carolina barbecue.
I did, however, say
you got
that
one.
Swoop was the best.
Okay,
And it
great.
was.
So we love swoop sauce.
Yep.
Hashtag Island Wing Company. Hashtag swoop sauce. So Addie Keefe is the ultimate winner. You guys are the asterisk winner because you guys have some asterisks that will give you guys some points for. Okay. Bella, thanks for coming on the show. Of
course.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you're
Thanks
very
for having
welcome.
me.
Yep. Anything that you guys would like to tell the fans before the weekend, before we wrap up our last show here, anything that you want the fans to know at home?
Come out and support us.
Yeah, come watch some fun softball.
Saturday and
Fun
Sunday.
softball.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Fun team to be around, yes?
Yeah.
Always.
And don't wear any green. No green.
No green. So should we ban anybody who comes into the
Yeah,
city?
if you wear green,
Basically,
you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Love it. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming on the show. Appreciate the special guest with the
Yep.
Wing Challenge.
Thanks a lot.
That's our last episode. Thank you very much. See you guys later.